Blog Show. Blog Show.
Happy holidays from the Blog Show, your weekly flirtation with the sports blogosphere. I'm your host, Jamie Mottram. This is your other host, Dan Steinberg.
That's right. And in honor of the holidays, we're going to do a little bit of a holiday ensemble act later on in the show. But for right now, as you can tell by the top of my head, it's style time on Blog Show.
Yeah, you're a dedicated follower of fashion, so you obviously saw this on withleather.com. It's an NFL referee who may or may not have sharded himself. White was a bad choice, obviously, on that Monday Night Football game a few weeks back.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising me because I always thought basketball was a game of runs.
That's very nice. And that happened to me once, but I chose to go panless, which is not an option, I think, for NFL referees.
I don't even know what you're talking about. But moving on to more style choices, let's look at David Garrard after the Jaguars win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. He showed up at his post-game press conference looking like some sort of 1920s drug smuggler.
He's looking like a gangster. We saw that 100% injury rate in Steins. Do any of the Redskins dress up like this after Skins games?
Well, they all look very nice, I have to say. And most notable is Fred Smoot, who kind of comes out with large, shiny kind of watches and jewelry and necklaces, and he kind of glows from whatever corner of the locker room he's in.
We do love us some Smoot. More on him in a little bit, but continuing down the style watch path.
Speaking of watches, I wanted to quickly mention Lasting's Millage was introduced to the Washington Nationals last week, and he showed off a massive, massive diamond watch from Benny & Co.
I'm happy to have him. He hasn't even had his first big contract. How is he able to afford that?
I don't know. He said he treated himself to Louis Vuitton shoes when he first got into
He had the Argyle sweater vest as well.
Looks very good.
Yeah, very bloggable, Lasting's Millage. Also bloggable is local boy Grievous Vasquez. I was watching the Maryland-Ohio game last week. Unfortunately, Maryland lost to Ohio, but Grievous did not disappoint, at least in the fashion sense.
The kind of sideburns, I don't know what he shaved into the side of his face, but it looks like it's not symmetrical. Kind of different patterns on each side.
It's different on the right, different on the left, something going on in the back. The right cheek kind of like a phallic symbol of some sort. I'm not sure. It's coming out of the cheek.
I thought the left kind of looked like a stock market table, and the turfs are definitely bears in this market.
I posted those pics on MrIrrelevant.com. I was actually taking photos of my TV.
You can see your lamp in the
Very
background.
much like a blogger. Yeah, there's my lamp. I love lamp.
That's right. Well, I don't know if a chipped tooth really counts as like a style choice, but we did notice.
If you choose to own it.
We did notice that after Steve Nash's tooth got chipped in the first half of the game, he was still on camera with ESPN doing an interview.
I think so. I've been very difficult first on the losing streak, but we're going to pick it up in the second half. See ya.
And we saw that video on FanIQ.com, and the AP writing about Nash said that he resembled a hockey player in his native Canada, which I think something about the writer's strike led to.
I like the lisp. I mean, it reminded me a lot of Lloyd Christmas from Cable Guy, if you're familiar with that movie. Nope. Yeah, he needed to go to a correctional facility. Because of the lisp. Anyways, moving on. Another dedicated follower of fashion is Blog Show correspondent Nick Young. Last week, we asked the Blog Show viewing audience to nickname young Nick Young, and we put up a poll on MrIrrelevant.com. The viewers have responded. They voted all week, and there's a big winner. The City. As evidenced by Steins' T-shirt, Nick, the City Young after his initials, NY. The runner-up was Bean Burrito, very close runner-up, and second runner-up was, first runner-up was Young Hollywood.
Well, that's excellent. Congratulations to Nick and to the city. I guess if we could switch gears to baseball for 1 second. The Mitchell Report, the big story of the past week. Bloggers
haven't heard of it.
Luckily brought a little bit something different to the table, and they noticed that Rondell White, mentioned in the Mitchell Report, wrote a very interesting check to Kirk Radomski. Yeah,
it was to the Mitchell Report informant, Radomski, and it was for, he just wrote something there in the bottom of the check, bought something.
Right.
Which may or may not have been performance-enhancing drugs.
Right.
Not too smart by Rondell White.
Keep it vague. No, I think keeping it vague is the way to go.
Keeping it vague?
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't even see college kids buying weed with a check, let alone one says bought something for $2,400.
Okay, well, anyhow, I did promise at the beginning of the show that it was going to be a holiday special, and I'm ready to get into the holiday good tidings.
You look festive.
Thank you very much. So we've been looking at some of the best holiday greetings on the internet. One of the best of all time, I think, was this Cowboys video from 1986. I first saw it on KnowYourDallasCowboys.com. Take a look at this one.
Christmas in Dallas, streets lined with northern lights. Christmas in Dallas is my favorite time of year.
And also in the holiday spirit, one of our favorite NBA blogs, Hardwood Paroxysm, which is not easy to pronounce, is doing the 12 days of an NBA Christmas, kind of to the 12 days of Christmas. Do you want to?
Yeah, the last 4 days go like this. 4 dirty birds, 3 boards from bin, 2 Ori shoves in a cluster, F at MSG.
That was lovely. And if you think that that was great singing, let's take a look at Rick Dempsey, the Orioles' former great catcher, who's kind of dressing up as Santa Claus and going to meet the fans. It's an amazing performance.
I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I'm going to find out who's naughty and nice.
just saw 1983 World Series MVP Rick Dempsey playing Santa Claus courtesy of Oriole Post. Some more last-minute Christmas ideas for all you sports fans out there, at least on the NFL tip, via deuceofdavenport.com. The NFL has you covered. There's the Bears tree skirt, the Bengals stocking cap, which Steins should look into.
Maybe so.
The Raiders wreath for your front door, and then for the truly classy, the Steelers Santa Claus lawn ornament would be the toast of the neighborhood.
That's tight.
You'd also be the toast of the neighborhood if you had this quarterback's jersey. He was drafted in 1992. Let's get in the sports DeLorean and check out this YouTube clip.
I got that a while back, about 2 months back. It's Renovich. Renovich with his name and the number.
Lou, you'd be proud to wear that walking down the street.
Hey, the kid's gonna be good in time. He's only young.
And we saw that little bit of holiday gift giving on You've Been Blinded. And speaking of gift giving, if you need a kind of last-minute stocking stuffer, you know, a late Hanukkah present, something to stick under the tree at the last second, I've got the perfect idea, Jamie, and it is Smack Energy Bar, Fred Smoot's Energy Bar. Snack on a smack, the packaging says. If you go to the website, it tells you to unleash the chocolate ecstasy onto your tongue, and after you eat them, you will still have chocolate-stained lips and fingertips to signify your satisfaction. $1.79, we thought maybe we should do a little tasting here.
Yeah, let's unleash the ecstasy.
You ready?
Yeah, cheers. Skin's found.
And on today's program, we're going to kind of try a little bit of a pairing. I've got some Big Hug Blue Raspberry.
I got some Monster energy drink to wash that down. The bar tasted just like smack, except without the high, which is unfortunate.
Just wait, man. It kicks in a little bit later.
All right, well, we better wrap this up.
I'm feeling a little woozy, actually.
Before it does, happy holidays to you and yours from the Blog Show crew. Watch it with the Christmas cheer, or you might end up like this Islanders fan in our YouTube clip of the week, courtesy of We Are the Postmen.
Blog Show was brought to you by the good people at Senate Insurance.
Kiss my bumper. Just kiss it.